Hello everyone, this is Przemysław Radomski, CFA, talking to you on December 13th. And in today's video I'm going to show you why the situation in the precious metals market is about to change. We saw a rally recently, no doubt about that. However, gold mining stocks have just broken and they have almost confirmed a breakdown below the third rising support line. And the other reason is that they are very weak relative to gold while silver remains strong. Let's start with the first factor. As you can see, those three lines that I've drawn on this chart were all followed by breakdowns in gold miners. And basically that's the specific technique. It's called three-line break. Where the true breakdown happens after the third short-term breakdown. So as you see, the first one was, more or less the end of the rally, or at least its biggest part. Then the second one, wasn't real yet. And now we see the third breakdown. And this one's probably a true one. And minus relative performance relative to gold appears to be confirming that. Miners led the way on Friday, declining significantly while gold moved lower just a little. And based on yesterday's, meaning Monday's closing prices, miners are very close to their early December low, while gold is still relatively far from this low. Miners tend to lead gold in both directions, and right now they appear to be leading it lower. And we see something opposite in case of silver. The silver price is showing strength. However, the silver market tends to play a catch-up at the final part of a given upswing. So what we see right now in silver, its ability to hold slightly above its early December highs, is not a bullish sign. It's a bearish sign. It's what tends to happen at the end of a given upswing. So, miners' performance suggests that the decline is starting, and silver's performance is suggesting that the rally is over or about to be over. So overall, it seems that the top and a major top in the precious metals market is being formed at this time. Why would this be a major top? Because the precious metals sector has been very negatively correlated with the US dollar index, and the US dollar index is very likely after its medium-term bottom. Why would this be the case? Because it reached very strong support provided by its 2020 and 2016-17 highs. Additionally, RSI is no longer overbought, so the dollar could rally from this perspective. And the key thing about the US dollar's bottom is that it's very likely to correspond to a top in gold and also a top in the stock market. The reason here is that the correction in all markets happened at the same time. There's also a good fundamental reason for that. Well, gold is priced in the US dollars, so it's kind of obvious that when dollar moves down, gold moves up. And vice versa. There are exceptions, especially with something major is happening in Europe or Japan, because those two exchange rates are the biggest components of the US dollar index. However, the rule remains intact in the vast majority of time, during most of the time. As far as stocks are concerned, higher dollar index makes US exports less competitive, while lower US dollar values make US exports more competitive. And we quite often see opposite movement in those markets. Of course, not all the time, but that tends to happen quite often. So, as the US dollar index seems to have bottomed, and as it seems to have bottomed, gold and stocks seems to have topped. And based on gold top being in, stocks top being in, it's very likely that the top for the junior mining stocks is in. And junior miners are likely to decline the most because they are usually impacted to the biggest extent by the movement on the stock price indexes. So as both gold and stocks decline, junior miners are likely to decline based on both. So they're likely to decline to greatest extent. And well, this means that the correction is probably over and the bigger trends are likely to be resumed. The medium-term trend in the precious metals sector is now down, and it has been for many months now. The same for the stock market, which has been declining throughout the year. Thanks for watching, and have a great week. Bye-bye.